Well, today I'm going to install the Gargoyle Letterbox. Yes, I know it was a bit of a mad project, but hey-oh, we've done it now, so we're going to have to live with it. So anyway, let me plug the power in. There you go. Just in case, I don't want my phone turn off like I did last time. That would be very handy, would it? Anyway, if you look in the background there, about there, you can see my old letterbox, just kind of made out of old plywood and stuff. And it's been there for quite a few years now, but the plywood's delaminated. It's just old packing crate type plywoods. It's a load of rubbish, basically. But it did a job. It helped keep our letterbox dry, but also a bit of interest. So it was a bit of fun at the time. But I thought we'd just, step up our game. Anyway, since the last time you've seen this, what I've done is I've sprayed the front door and a little bit around the edge of the actual letterbox itself. And this little flappy thing, because everything was green. It just looked ridiculous. Ridiculous it would look. So I sprayed, hopefully that hold on, because it's plastic, you see, so that should hold on. I did get a bit of key first to make sure it can stick. And I put a little, instead of the plastic thing was on the front, I just pyrographied our name and, the house number and what have you. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the old one, which is a bit precarious, because I noticed it's all floppy and wobbly. The bit stuck on seems to be quite rigid. Yeah, the piece of wood that's between the two posts. We'll go and see that in a moment. Hello, Gingers. Hello, Lee. How you doing, buddies? Oh, it's cold here at the minute, Gingers. No snow, but it's still cold. I know you've got snow over there, haven't you? Ooh, don't like snow. Well, and Kit Kat says, well, there'll better be a mankini involved. Oh, the weather's perfect for one. Oh, my giddy aunt, no. Oh, oh no, that'll be embarrassing. All that popping out, no. Oh my giddy aunt, no. I'll get someone else to wear one for me. How about Wally? He can wear a mankini, can't you, Wally? Talk about Wally. Speak of the devil. Where you coming, boy? Come on, fella. Look what I've got in my pocket. I've got some treats. Yeah. I'll grab him so you can see him. Or I could just do this. I could do that, I suppose. He's down there somewhere. Can you see him? No. Oh, no, they're all coming now. Oh dear. Sorry, I'm probably making you seasick. So there you go. Ah. There's Pandora. Oh, she wants a treat. What does she do? What, are you going to eat it? Or you can, and then Bear. They all want one. All right, now Bear. Sebastian. Paul. Good boy. High five. Yes, just a feather. Now Wally can do other tricks. Come on, boy. Over here, Wally. Look, he's sort of pouting with her. Come on. Get a bit overly excited. Oh, go on in. That'll have to do. He can do pirouettes and stuff while he does roll over, but it isn't very nice there. It's all wet. Yeah, okay, that's enough for now. That's enough. Huh? And Sebastian, stop licking her bum. Oi, stop that. Oh my God, that was doing this with a stick. Yeah, he's chattering now. I don't know what it is. They seem to like urine. Female urine. It's not my thing, no. I don't know about you, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, let's see what we can do with this thing and get it mounted over there where the old one is, as you see, is about, just above my head. Yeah, just there. So I'm going to raise you up into a more kind of practical height, because I don't really want to spend however long it takes on my knees on the grass and getting all wet and horrible. Oh, the arthritis. Oh, my giddy heart. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Oh, all that jazz. I hope the sound is okay. I did actually run in. Oh, is it? It's very pixelated. Oh, damn. Yeah. The problem is, I'm in the blooming garden. I've moved one of our routers, like a TP-Link thing, to outside, but it's still quite a way away. The only thing I think I could do, I don't know what my Wi-Fi or my broadband here would be. I'll have a look in a second. Don't know what sort of signal I'll get on that. That is a possibility. Okay. Anyway, what I'll do is oh, it's better now. Oh, thank God. The pic's not good. Oh, damn. Is it still like that? Let's bring it back, because I really need to get that sorted. The problem is, like I say, I am in the garden, too far from the house, really. But what I could have done, I could have actually plugged it. I think it might have still worked if I plugged it in over there onto the electric fence motor thingy. There's a plug on the other side, that waterproof one. But seeing, oh, hang on just a second. Okay. Yeah, it's here. I'll move over hard and see what I can do. If I can find a good spot, and I'll leave the camera at that place. I'm actually moving away from the house, but I'm hoping, because I know for a fact they're usually good broadband there. You know, not broadband, 4G. So if that is the case, hopefully that would then work. Let's bring it down a bit. I'm just going to have a... Right, okay, I think I am. I'm on the 4G. So let me just turn the Wi-Fi off. Now, I'm a bit of a hotspot where I am. I think I am anyway. Can you tell me if that's any better? So we can get this old thing off and put the new one on. Yeah, I'm back. Alright, does it look any better? No. Oh, this is promising, is it? Oh, that's good. Well, I'm actually on the 4G now. So hopefully the picture's not all pixelated. The problem is it's just too far away from the house. So, yeah. I've actually plugged the router in, though. The router's actually plugged in just below that window outside. You'd have thought that had reached okay. But obviously not. Maybe because my car's in the way. Probably causing an interference, a magnetic field. That's what it's doing. Anyway, that is the old box. And as you can see, it is pretty... it's floppy now. And it ain't because of the mountain. It's because the actual... well, it's rotted. Or delaminated. It's fallen to pieces. And that was alright while it lasted. It did its job. So I'm just going to get my battery drill. What's up with you, Wally? You can't come out here. You'll chase a car, you will. That's what you'll do. You'll chase a car. He does like to chase the odd car. So not a battery drill. And this is just a little Stanley battery drill, which I actually got with some vouchers. Tokens. A bit like co-op vouchers, you know, little stamps. It was cheap as well. That was that plus about 50 quid, 50 euros for the Stanley one. I got bought 2 of them. Right. Remove the screws, as you do. And they're not even rotted. I'll make a change. Well, this old box here, we had this originally, and then we just stuck these old bits of old lambrey, you know, thin pine and bits of old plywood. The box is actually okay, isn't too bad. Now, the interesting thing is going to be is actually holding that on here as I try to fix the new box, you know, my gargoyle, that we all made together, into place. So, let's move that out of the way. And so this thing's, it's had it. It's all right. It's all floppy. Oh, yeah. The bottom just fell off. As it does. Oh, this one's got a bit of insulation in the roof. Don't know why. Maybe it's something to do with building regs. So anyway, we can do the mad thing and grab this new box, and hopefully we can screw it onto there. I think what I'm going to do is, so it's not quite so much movement on this post head, 'cause it's shrunk. I'm going to put some screws in there into the post on either side just to make sure of it, just keep it a little bit more rigid. I can see a Pandora, and I can see a bear just there. I don't know if you can see him. Let's turn that round a bit. You might be able to see my dogs then. I'm on the hill here, I'm a bit worried it'll fall over. Yeah, lend me a paw. Well, Sebastian's just sitting just there. Oh, you see him. And then there's Pandora, she's over there, sitting over there. Just waiting. And Wally's run off somewhere. Probably inside where it's warmer. Yeah, he loves the heat, Wally does. So I'm going to put some screws in there first. So I've got some drills, whatever, so I've got some screws. Probably use the old ones even, because they weren't corroded, funny enough. I think they would. So we're going to need a couple of drills, just to create a clearance hole. And maybe, if I'm a good boy, I might even countersink them. So, la 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 la. Wow, what can you say? You know what I ought to do? I ought to post some pictures up, don't I, of the old house when we first got it. Oh my God. It was, oh crikey, it was a state, I tell you. Absolute state. Still a lot to do now, you know, it's like an ongoing project. You know what they say? Builders and joiners, they do all the work for everybody else and never really get a chance to do their own. Now these days it's just YouTube, YouTube, YouTube. Oh dear. But you know, you've got to do what you've got to do, haven't you? So I've got a couple of screws in there. I might have to go and get a couple of screws for that later. I might pop them in afterwards, or should I actually? No, because if I wait, I probably won't get them in, will I? Because the box will be in the way. There, I could do it from underneath. Let's see if these ones I've got long enough first. I know I'm running on. So what I've got in my pocket. These are quite. That might actually be okay. Yeah, that was. That one. La 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 la. I don't know about you, but I always create a clearance hole whenever I screw anything. Otherwise, what happens is they actually try to push apart a screw. You can like unwind it and wind it back in again, and usually you can sort yourself out. But I don't really want that to happen. I don't really want it to try and set. I want to make sure the screw is pulling tight, so the two bits are together tightly. That's what I'm trying to achieve. That'll do. I'll put some more in there. I'll put a prop on the back as well on this one. This new box is a lot heavier. So I'm gonna have to make sure I've got everything to hand, and not too far away, and don't fall off. No, please don't fall off there. I'll probably knock it off, won't I? That would just my luck, wouldn't it? I brought a spare battery just in case. Got some nice new screws, some Fisher screws, and I'll stick 4 in, and plus hopefully I'll put a prop of some description on the back. But I'm gonna do that later though. It might not even be needed. I'll decide. Because I'm going to have to get a post to do that. Or something. Anyway, let's open this up. Boom. Oh, Wally's back out. Hello, Wally. Oh dear. So to be... I'll tell you what did help. The rocking horse's bumhole on the back here. Carrying this up here. It's a handle. Yeah, that's what it is. That's very handy. It was. And also kind of like a wooden bumhole. See? Very good. So I'm fingering it at the moment. See, that can't be bad. It's not a bad plan, was it? No. Good idea, Jasper. Right, I have given us a couple of coats. I'll be a bit careful there because I'll knock my drill off. I have given a couple of coats of clear varnish. Just yacht varnish, basically, exterior grade yacht varnish. Which is obviously going to give it some protection. But as the weather changes... What's up with you, Wally? What do you want to know, mate? Random bark. Definitely will need a support, I think, because that's quite weighty. You know, there's quite a bit of weight at the back of that. Flopping about. So, anyway, as the weather changes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep adding a coat of varnish. Probably on a Saturday afternoon, if the weather's nice. And that way, you're not at risk. Or you've got a good day and a bit before the post lady comes and puts her fingers all over it. Right, I just need to get one in to start with. There's a hole here, just strategically placed. It was put there just for me, it was. Just to get... Oh. Well, you can hold us, mate. No? Why not? Oh, that's a shame. Can't remember what they're in the screws now. Oh, the pocket. The other pocket. God, how many times do I go to a cupboard, especially in the workshop, I think, I can't remember why I came here. I'm losing my mind, I am. And all of a sudden I remember, it used to be when I shut the door on the cupboard. I used to do it when I was younger as well, to be fair. There's one screw in there, got to make sure that door does not deform the box, you see. That's right. So that's one in there at the moment, then I'm going to put some at the back here, you see. Right, so far so good. Not quite set. Actually, what way? No, I don't go too. The problem here is if I go too far, it's actually in the middle. Actually, to be fair, but if I go any more that way, if I'm looking from that way, it looks better. A little better that way, I think. But if these stick out, as my grandchildren, or the grandchildren, my son and his wife and the grandchildren come past, they could knock that. Well, Darren could because he's tall enough. Dizzy. Just got to be careful that I don't actually put it in a way that it's going to be able to cause problems. You know what I mean? At the moment, that will go down. Once I get once I get the screw down properly, I'll remove that screw. It's temporary. I might just screw it from underneath even as well. Right, first of all, I'm going to put a screw actually in the back here, holding that down. Clearance hole, must have a clearance hole. I might even put one there as well. Got to be careful with the box, you see, because you can deform it, and I don't want to deform the box, because then the door won't shut properly. So at the moment I've got one going straight through the box into the floor and into this beam at the bottom. But the problem with that is it just potentially it deforms the box, and it has a little bit. So I'm not going to keep that there. So I'm going to first of all whack a screw in the back here. This is when I lose all my drill bits on the floor, isn't it? That's what usually happens. Now I'm looking for my... I put dog treats in my pocket. As you do. And I put it in with my drill bits. In this case, my... Oh, no, I haven't. That's it. That was a dog treat. Found it was on the floor. What's up, Wally? You hoping? Oh, he's hoping. What's up? Up there, Wally. Wally, what's this? Come up, 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 up. Yay! What's that? Hey, that's a good boy. Get fat, you. He ain't even eating his dinner, he hasn't, little devil. That's because he knows about all his treats. He's always getting little meaty treats. He does like little meaty treats. I remember I got my drill bit on the floor. Won't lose that. Okay, got a screwdriver. Screwdriver bit. Sorry, you can't see me. Oh no, I'm over here. I'm hiding behind my gargoyle. Every house should have one. A gargoyle. Oh, that was a good length screw. That was perfect. And then I'll put one on this side from the top, and then I'm going to concentrate on doing what I need to do on the inside. I might even slide the box out. It's got 1, 2, and then 2 screws up top. I might slide the box out again. Mount this first, and then remount the box. I think instead of putting the screws right through the whole lot. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to deform the box. Oh, the sun is out. Oh, the sun has got its out. Hip 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 hooray. Blimey. Although it's still cold. I'll put it top there, that'll be a good idea. I'm still wondering if I'm going to get told off for this. If this, especially after what Ginger's said about, you've got this like a state rule or something, or federal law regarding your letterboxes. They're going to have the other one there for ages, no one said anything. So I put a smile on people's faces, don't we, right? Times are tough. Oh, another screw there. Oh, that's perfect for the job. Oh, big one of that. Needs to be bigger. Oh, there we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove that other screw I put in a minute ago, and then I'm going to remove the other screws from the inside. Can I get you a better angle there? That ain't too bad, is it? Oh, that ain't too bad. There's some screws on the inside here, because I've got the radio mic. I better check it's working, but I just get to lost sound. Oh, the sun's come out again. Oh, can't be bad. Get all excited now. I'm just going to remove the screws that are on the inside that I've just basically screwed the letterbox to the gargoyle. Got a gargoyle. And there's a couple more at the top there. So I'll put them in again once I've got it fixed into place. And I'm satisfied it's not going to fall off. Or rip the board out or whatever. So it's not going to take very long, is it? I don't think. Alright, is that all the screws? Is it all the screws? Yes. It's moving. It's a coming. There's your bones. So I'm removing your guts, Mr. Gargoyle. Okay? Yes. Just removed his guts. Let me just double check everything's okay on the technical front. Oh, got 9 people there. Hello, 9 people. Hope you're all well. Who have we got? Yeah, that would be quite funny, wouldn't it, Mo Green? That would. She's already been today, though, so tomorrow I might see whether or not I can catch her. That will be. I think it will be a talking point in the village. What the hell's going on over there? Has he got out of his mind? He is British. Oh, that explains it. That's what I reckon. Yeah, that's. Do you know what? I didn't measure it. So it's kind of guesswork, really. I just made that gargoyle around the box. I didn't even think about where it's going to go. But luckily there was plenty of room. Yeah, please. Oh, yeah, boot that old like button, will you? Smash it. You know, press it even. So who we got here? That got smelly fingers. Oh, yeah, I know. Add wood as well. No, don't go there. No, it's been really wet and horrible actually. That day has. Yesterday was quite nice, and the day before was quite nice, but freezing, absolutely freezing. And now the sun's come out. That was all glum, as you saw when you first put the camera up. That was all glum and grey and horrible. And we come out with the old gargoyle, and he's brought on a good weather. Oh, talk about gargoyles. Look at him come to join me outside. Look. What are you staring at me for? What do you want me to put in that letterbox? You want to go in the letterbox? Yeah. Huh? No. You look very keen on another treat. I think you've got to wait a little while. Talk about, oh dear, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh dear. Bonjour, ça va? Oui, le gargoyle. Oui, I'm getting good response here. Oui, what is the gargoyle? Oui, les Wally. Yeah, Wally. Et le Sébastien. Et le noir. Le petit noir. Et oui, le Pandora. Oui. Yeah, you. Oui, le petit chat, that's Wally. Wally. Oui. C'est le Wally. Oh, merci.
Pardon, voilà.
Oh, merci beaucoup.
Bonne journée.
Bonne journée. Au revoir, bonne journée. Bon courage. Oh, it looks like a... Oh, Wally. So Pandora, I mean. Pandora. I'm getting all flustered there. Oh, well, she seemed interested. She said she liked it. She said it's bull. Oh, dear. Well, there you go. So there wasn't a kind of shock and horror. Well, I hadn't got to finish it, had I? So, what's happening there? Somehow I've pressed the button. Didn't want that button. Oh, chat. Normal. Let's have it normal. What? Dee. Right. Oh, chat. Okay. I pressed the button. So I've got some letters to do with our healthcare. No, it's not. It's to do. Oh, that's silly. That is healthcare, but it's not for me. Right. Yeah, it was a good first reaction. Took me by surprise, though. I was a bit kind of. What did I say? I wasn't quite. I'd like to have seen it finished, really. Installed properly. Just need to tighten that up because it's wobbling. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm usually a bit better than that. I just kind of I'm a bit on the fluster. I can read a lot better than I can speak, to be honest. Same with English, to be honest. You did get it? Yeah, I know. She just turned up. You talked that up, didn't you, Margarine? That's what it is. Why have I got all these different colours come up at the bottom here? I've got to select one. I keep pressing normal and nothing happens. Oh, hang on, I'll press that one. Nope, that's not it. Get rid of... that's it, that's gone there. Oh, damn it all. Well, that wasn't discussed. And then she was asking about... I got a bit confused because I thought she was still talking about the gargoyle, but no, she was talking about the dogs as well. She wanted to know the dogs' names. And I was kind of all disorientated. So you see, we've now got an empty... is the picture still okay? Because I just moved the camera a little bit closer. No, it wasn't actually. She's a post lady. She's the weekday post lady. We generally get, there's 3 different post people we get, all ladies, and we get a different one on Saturdays and then 2 others during the week, depending on what time of day. Because like for instance, our local post office is only open on certain days, and sometimes it's only open in the morning or the afternoon on certain days. And other post offices, but they share, you see. One minute they'll be in the one in Orador, and the next minute they'll be in the one in San Mateo or something like that. So it's just like, they share the responsibility. They're always busy. There's always people in there. Pick's fine. Oh, that's good, good, good. That was Mad Monk, yeah. That was a stroke of luck. Anyway, let's get this thing fixed. I'm all flustered now. I'll tell you something like, I like to be in control, and when something sort of like gets thrown at me from below, I kind of get all a bit all over the place. That's me. Always have been like that, I suppose. Probably why I work on my own, generally. Well, not at the moment, am I? You guys here. Boys and gals. So let's put some screws in. I do struggle with the front part of it because my hearing's like not very good. I never get the first part, except someone starts a conversation with me, I never get the first part of the word. I just can't, just lose it. Now it's come like an assumption on what that word is, or what they said, sorry. Which isn't very helpful on YouTube. I find it quite difficult, but for instance, in live, especially when I was doing like a live with Max for Max was Fair on his channel, we did like a collab, and it kind of I kind of lose it a little bit, and so I don't always hear what they're asking, and I'm sort of a bit nervous in the sense that I just don't want to, you know, I'm a bit worried that I'm going to make a fool of myself, which is most often, and I just get a bit of fluster, quite nervous really, but there's me. You ain't going to change me, you know, don't you? People have tried, and they failed miserably, I tell you. Right, now we'll put one more screw in the back there, and that means we've got 5 screws to hold it to the post, which should be absolutely fine. Now with these screws, I didn't worry about putting a clearance hole in because they've got an actual shank on the screw, and the wood's only 20mm thick, so it clears the shank. So I just screw straight in, I didn't worry about clearance. If I'm sure what I mean, if you look at this big screw here, that, you know, the threads are going all the way up. The problem is when you try and screw 2 bits of wood in together, you potentially, the top part of the wood, that you try and screw to the other piece of wood, you can separate. You'll never get those 2 bits together. So you need a clearance hole at that point so it doesn't grip. Yeah, so the threads don't cut into the wood at that point. But with a screw like that, where you've got a shank, which is smooth, and the wood I'm screwing to the other piece of wood was only 20mm thick, or 22mm actually, or 21mm thick. There's nothing there to grip the wood, so it just slides in the hole. You should still use a clearance hole, and you should still put a countersink. Ideally, but I didn't. Well, it's not going to fall off, and now the movement that's there is all from this rail across here, you see. So what I'm going to do is, well, I've got 2 options. I can either put a post, I'll turn you around a little bit. I can either put a post behind it to support the back end of it, or I can just create an angled piece. So a piece coming from behind, underneath, so from behind here, and it goes down to one of the other posts there, maybe down to the other post. It creates like rigging, but in posts. Bit of support, like a crutch. Yeah, like a crutch, that's it. Like a dolly. Yeah. Need to melt the clocks next. So yeah, everything, it all feels quite solid. There's a bit of shrinkage I've noticed since I made it on the wood. You think it'll grow a bit? It might just because of the finish I put on. I think there's a little bit of shrinkage, but that's to be expected. You're definitely going to get some shrinkage on these wings. And as it shrinks, what I'll do is I'll then go over it and see a little bit filler there, maybe clamp up glue again if I need to, and then put some more lacquer on, some more varnish, some vernis, and just sort of walk it in. Because obviously walk it in, it's going to expand. If it expands and then it freezes, expand further, then you can literally split the timbers or separate the glue joints, and all these little bits will fall off, although they've been fixed as well, nailed as well. So they shouldn't do. They shouldn't do. So anyway, that's fixed onto there, and I think I can put the box back on. But also, on the back of the old box, there was a little key flap which we need to remove and put on the back of this box. So I might do that first. So we've got a little hidey hole on the back where we hide our key. I just told you. Oh dear, now I'm going to have to kill you. Oh my god. Anyway, I'm going to remove that first. And all it is, it's just screwed on. It's 4 pieces of timber. Let's turn this around so you can see. Let's see what people are saying. Oh, got 15 people there now. Hey! Strut in the back. That's what we're going to do. We're going to put a strut in the back. I could do, Lee. I could actually, I'd have to download it though, wouldn't I? Because I haven't saved it to the phone while it was streaming, so I'd have to download. I was supposed to just download clips. Just OBS, I suppose. You know, it's like a moving screenshot. Generally, I haven't heard of any place other than the US so far that. Oh, I see. So, yeah, I was going by what. I've never heard anything. I've seen things like this done before, not like Gargoyle for God's sake, but houses and stuff like the old one. I've seen a few of those done. They're still there now, so I don't think it's a real issue. It'll become a local landmark. I hope so, Patrick. Oh, you can pass the Gargoyle. First turn in on the left. En gauche. Oh dear. The pig was okay. That's good. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, if I get a letter and say, oh no, you can't have it, I'll just make it into something else. If you can, you know. Might make it into a bat box. You could do that. That'd work, wouldn't it? Like that means it has to be mounted up nice and high under the eaves, and that'd look pretty even madder, wouldn't it? On the house. You could make it into a bat box quite easily, actually. How would I do that? I'd round some slots in the bottom, and I'd create some dividers in the middle inside the box there, so you could have them up. What could be a roost? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could probably have 5 roosts in one box. 4, at least 4, maybe 5. So you'd layer it. But for now, it's going to be the letterbox. Xylophone. Right. Okay. Let's put the old toilet box. Let's put the box back in, or remove. I'm going to remove this key holder first. The key hidey hole. It's like a key safe, but it's not really a safe. Who's going to nick our letters anyway? So we usually get bills. Nothing special in our letterbox. No, very rare. Unless I've done an Amazon delivery order. There's a little slot in that one that creates the groove for the door to fit in. And that's the top. So what I'll do is, and these are the two sides, effectively the stops, and there's a little hook in there. That's it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to screw that back on the back. I'll clean it up and sand that later. I'll varnish it up. It's dry, it's too wet at the moment. So then that is going to be on the back. So let's do a bit of installation. I'm hoping the internet doesn't keep dropping out as I move this about. It's not very far, is it? Oh my God, I'm on the hill now. Oh dear. Okay, bear with me. You're coming up. There you go. Hope I'm not making you seasick. All the sun's in their eyes now, isn't it? Let's move that right there, maybe. Will that be better there? Because I can't see now. All I can see is the glare in my eyes. There you go. That's the back. So all I'm going to do is that's going to be screwed onto there at the bottom, like so. And then the top part in 2 sections, and then obviously the door has to be trapped amongst it as well. Now what have I done with the drill? I'm not measuring or anything. There's no need. What would I measure it for? It's a silly thing. Who'd measure it? I'll tell you what I have been clever about that. I just noticed. Put a drainage hole in it. Because there's a slot on that side, you see. I'll just hold water all the time, won't it? So I've put one screw on one side first, using the original screws. Hopefully not too long. I'll tell you what I might do. I might put the box in first. I'm a bit worried. Once they're in there, are they going to be too long? Poke in the back of the box? Yes. Only by a little bit. Possibly. So what we'll do is I'll go back again. Sorry! And we're going to put the box in first. Because then if they do poke, I just push against the box a little bit. I might, create a little dent on the inside of the box. Oh, I just noticed something. There's a wasp's nest inside the old letterbox. So that's another reason to get rid of it. That was inside the old letterbox. Now we were getting wasps and stuff. They keep killing them, which isn't very nice. Especially, well, we have to, because obviously the post lady will say, no, we're not going to deliver there because we're getting stung. They won't like it, will they? Let's put that. Go on the floor. Now let's grab the box. I'm getting all flustered again. Why do I always get so flustered? I'm a nervous wreck, you know. Anyway, in you go. I'm now inserting the intestine. Or is it the stomach? The vont. Here you go. So, wax. In fact, that's actually wouldn't even be. No, that wouldn't even touch them anyway. It doesn't go in that far. Yeah, that's fine. So we can put the screws back in there. These two little darlings there, they need to go in. Little, well, they 3/4. 20 mil, 18, 20 mil. Da, 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 da. I do like things that are a little bit different. I don't know why. I think this is a little different. That'll get better in time actually, because what happens as when the weather changes, I do plan to, to make it a little bit more defined regarding the finishing that, painting the details in, and that's what I reckon anyway. That was my idea. Where's the other two screws? Oh, they're over here. So they need to go back in. So that the box can't be pulled out while it's held. Well, Wally ain't run off yet, you Wally? He ain't quite as bad these days actually. I think his libido's not quite so for a helper to energised. Starting to lose your mojo a bit, aren't you, Wally? Getting old, poor little bugger. It's not good getting old. He's 12 now. There's Wally. It's only, is he 18 months when I got him? He's such a dude though. He's a bit... We have a connection, do me, my Wally. Yeah. Comes to bed with me, you go. Caroline gets annoyed because they all want to jump on the bed. No, I want to go to sleep. Don't run for me, she goes. That's what she says. I'll try and make sure that sun isn't in the video. He's said and done. Anyway, it ain't going to take long, is it? I'll tell you what, bring him very close. That's better. And then I'll bring it down a bit. I've been a bit clever with the battery this time. What I've done is I've attached a little sack on a caravan onto the little stand. So I'm using a lighting stand at the moment, quite handy with it, using the phone. And then I've got a battery in there, battery pack in there plugged into the phone. There's twice now my battery's gone out because I haven't noticed, because I've been a fool basically. That's what I do. So that one's going to go in there. That's pretty much there, so we want it. Just using the old screws. Make sure that's level. That was just oiled last time. It just had some linseed oil on it, which I might do again. So I'll just sand it with linseed oil on it probably. A little varnish because it'll just peel off on that this oak. And we've got a door. There's a door I prepared earlier. That goes in there like so. And now we want the this little roof. Positioning's quite easy to do. You just do it to wherever the door is, and allow a little bit of clearance. The thing about this is, the reason why we put this on there is because we kept forgetting the blooming key and leave it in the house. I've got to get the mail, and oh god, I ain't got a key. It was just annoying. So we said, sod it. I thought, who's going to nick our mail? They can have my bills. But they can. There's plenty of room there. As long as it can't pull out. I wish Stanley Johnson did. Well, I think that's it. Touching there, touching there, touching there, touching there. Perfect. Screws a bit naked. Anyway, that's on there. I did bring a new hook out because the old ones look a bit, had to put it worse for wear. I can find them. They're in my pocket somewhere. I bought 3 out because I didn't really know what I wanted to use, but there isn't actually much room, there isn't much clearance behind there. So that's going to stick out too far. That one obviously is, so it's going to have to be that one, and I might even have to chop a bit of it off. Yeah, I'll use that one for the key. And it's a different key, because we've got a new box. Don't tell anyone, I'm telling everyone where my letterbox key is. Oh dear. But like I say, we didn't get bills, so we'll fool you. That's what we say. We'll fool you. I'm going to get Bradle, and then I'll chop the end. I'll chop a bit of the actual hook off, because it's going to be too long, that hook. Got a pair of cutters, well, a pair of old pliers. So it's going to be back there, I reckon. I like to use a Bradle occasionally. Yeah. Screw that into there. Just get you a start in there. I'll screw it as far. Yeah, pair of pliers. At the moment, it won't go, you know, it won't open close because it's sticking out too far. So let's keep screwing that in until it does open and close. Oh no! What I'll do is probably I'll chop a bit of that off and bend it back. Oh no, it's birchy there, birchy there. I'm putting some thought into projects to do in the workshop, to do live, but also make videos. Some of the videos we've been put on recently are actually ones I'd already recorded, or like a week ago or more. So I thought, well, I've recorded them, I might as well get them on, edit and put it on. The one I put on earlier today, this morning, didn't think it really required too much editing. I thought, I was going to do a voiceover, but it didn't really need it. I quite like doing the voiceovers. I think it gives you the opportunity to think about your video and actually add more information. So I think that is a trick. There you go. And now I'm just going to put the two little blinkers on. Curtains, blinkers, whatever you like to call them. 2 extra little bits of wood that are down here. God, that box is really in a bit of a state. So we have one here. Just about line of sight, you see. Yeah. Now I've put it all over the internet where the key is. I thought it's a good idea to hide it a little bit. So it goes there, doesn't it, like that? It's better to be there. Or does that not make it? No, it won't go over it. That's right, let's do it there. Okay, there you go, that's on there. Good, good, good. Now the other one. Oh, it's up here. Silly me. Let's put the other one on. Oh, shaped that way. Okay. Didn't know how it's shaped. Right, not touch the bottoms, no water up the ends. Of a little bit of wood. That's what really matters. There you go. I could play with that all day. Maybe not. Anyway, I've got a key. That's one key. Another key is going to go in the house. So we've got 2 keys with the box. And that key is here. On top of the box. So yeah, we definitely need some added support on the back here. Which could be another video, but I think I'm just going to do it because it's a bit silly really. It'd be a bit boring. All I'll do is have a post, like a strut here, as they call it, or a crutch, sort of to there, and then one to there. I might even use a bit of old whittled wood or something, an old branch or something, to drill a hole in there, tape the end, push it into the hole, put a screw in it, and then screw it from into here into this corner at the side, and save that side. But it's not too bad. The movement is actually just coming from here. It's not the box itself. The box itself is sturdy. But I could, That's something else I'll do actually. What I'm going to also do, I'm going to drive a wedge in underneath there and a wedge in on the other side there. And then it'll be more level. I haven't got a gargoyle. Let's have a look. Ooh, we have a gargoyle. Letterbox, as you do. Oh, yeah, it is very gargoylean, wouldn't you say? I think it's gargoylean. Is that a word? No, I don't think so. Yeah, that opens nicely, that's all right. That sits and rests on here quite nicely, and that misses. Anything we'll do is, because it's rubbing on the bottom here, it's going to take some of the paint off and expose the wood underneath, probably, a little bit. But that's quite good, because it's staying there. That's quite handy. But it is catching on this edge. There's a bit of shape. It's distorted a little bit in its shape. Well, how much? How can I sort that out? Well, I put a screw inside out there and pull it one way. So it pulls it that way a bit. Because it's okay on that side. Just taking the paint off that side. Just got to do that anyway, to be honest. I know I'm mumbling, I'm just trying to get it right in my head what I'm going to do here. Oh, I've done that. Oh, that's better. There you go. Oh, I'll take that one in. I just saw a rotten horse's bum I did. Blimey. I think it was safe. Anyway, what you like saying, look? Oh dear, it's a bit nutty, isn't it? Well, I just thought I'd just do a live video to sort of finish off the videos, because I didn't want to do any more live videos of a different subject. Otherwise, in the it'll be interrupted. This way, I got up to part 6 of making and obviously installing this letterbox. All the videos are now together. If I put another one in the middle of it, because I can't obviously alter them how they look on YouTube. It's just all done by date. It's chronological, you know, chronological. So. Can we see it up close? Oh, you want to see it up close? Okay, here we go. There we are. Up close, a bit scary. Oh, don't frighten you, Lee. I've got a mess everywhere now. There you go. Is that up close enough for you? Let's try to get a bit more of it in. There you go. Let's get this other box out of the way, don't we? Get more of it in, there you go. That's all of it, isn't it, I think? Is that all of it? I think so. I've got a really nice ball on top of this tripod. Or at least it was sold as being a really nice ball hit, little ball for the camera to sit on. But it's actually really gritty now. I don't know why. It wasn't when I first got it. I mean, it feels lumpy, doesn't, you know, a bit like me. Yeah, dimply bum. So anyway, we've got that box. Might want to do something with this later, I think. Needs a bit more oil on it. That's for our doorbell. You probably can't hear it, does it? So anyway, yeah, it captures the light. Now, every time I go back to the actual whatever, I'm going to see whether or not I can get some garden lights so we can do the eyes. I want hot red glowing eyes. So what I was thinking is just using a couple of, you know, like stick and garden lights with the little solar panels on. Have them mounted at the back here so they can be charging up. And then rewire them to the little LEDs, because you usually got little tiny little LEDs on them. And drill a hole through his eyeballs. I'm sorry, it will hurt. Drill some holes in his eyeballs and stick the little lights in there. A little bit of red nail varnish over the bulbs. I reckon that'll do the trick. So then at night time, it's got glowing, little red glowing eyes. Is that going too far? Maybe. Then we just want a little bit of subtle light sort of like glinting onto it as well. But that needs to be controlled as the cars come past on a PIR sensor. So as they come past, all the lights come on and there's a gargoyle. No? That might cause an accident. Maybe that's not such a great idea. Be like the Wonder Bra. Yeah, I think it's got to be pretty cool from the street actually. So let's have a look. So let's see what their view is, because obviously they're going to see it from one direction only. So we're going to come over here. You can't see it because my head's in the way. So actually it's more an angle as well, so it's been more about here, I suppose. Yeah. More about there. Oh, let's say that old on the floor. Oh, golly. Yeah. Yeah. Do you like my electric fence? I made the gate itself, but the mechanism and stuff. That was actually the school bus had to pay for that because they backed into my old gate I had here and bust it. Yeah. Why the hell are they backed into my driveway, cheeky buggers? Again, there was a tree fell down over there, so I do understand that. Anyway, he didn't stop. He drove off, so I got my car and chased him. And then he was outside the school. I have pictures of him who bashed my blooming gate. It's odd. How did he drive it off? It's hit and run, isn't it? Yeah. He didn't deny it though, but it took absolutely ages to get a payment out of him. Because it's a long story. It's all insurance, you know what I mean? Yes, Wally, I can hear you. Oh, what have I got? You got teddy bears? Oh, Wally's got a teddy. You got a teddy, Wally? Try to grab his teddy. He might not let you. He's probably going to run again in the garden. What's this, Wally? I can trick him though. Wally, what do you want that? Oh. What's this, Wally? What's this? What's this? I've got the look at the back. He's got it back. I'm having it. No, I'm having it. There we are. What do you reckon, Wally? What, do you want this or that? He's ferocious, isn't he? Yeah, he's scary. He's very ferocious. He'd lick you to death. He's always loved old games, you know, tug of war, and he likes to be chased. It's like sometimes when he gets a treat, yeah, a bone or something like that, you know, even a doggy type bone, and then he'll just stand by it and just you go near it and you get back past, you can't understand, get close again. He's hilarious. He's a funny little boy, but totally on the ground. He wouldn't, you know, he'd never bite. Yeah, the post wants to. We do get a little bit. Well, we don't get many cars come past, but they might be quite funny. We do get people walk past there when it's dark. To be fair, people live in the hamlet over there, so we are isolated. But there are some people. We've got like 4 people living in the hamlet over there, and we've got the other hamlet over there, and then there's pretty much no one until we get to the town. So who's got? These got a devil head. So yeah, it's I think it's been a bit of a fun project to do, really, to be honest, and anyone could do it, really. You know, the process is called intarsia. No, if you didn't catch me before. And the idea is that you cut the whole thing out of one block of wood, ideally, or separate bits if you have to, and then they all join together. So it's like a puzzle. So all these bits are individual pieces of wood. And I just shape the edges up with a router, and then glue it and pin it back together in. So that's what intarsia is. And generally it's used for pictures, you know, like bit tacky pictures actually, got in my mind, but even pictures in wood. Oh, Wally's decided to sit on the chair. Mind your face on those ends. Oh, they're not sharp, so that's alright. Bit pointy though. Pointy metal bits on the back where the backs fell off that chair. Yeah, I can see you, Wally. Huh? He is king, isn't he? Yeah, I know. Yeah. You know what? He knows what I've got in my pocket. That face. Huh? You see, he's got a bit grey on Ren's face now, but he's 12, so he's bound. He's got a few little problems as well, just like me. He is king of the castle. Do love that little fella though. Bonny little guy. So, well, we did it. We got it installed. Hope it'll fend off the evil spirits so we don't get no more bills. So I think that's probably it actually, isn't it? You know? There's no point me trying to get back to the workshop so we can continue the stream because I didn't let it go out. No, I'll have to do a separate stream anyway. So I'm going to be doing some more projects very soon. Do some more live projects, but we'll probably do some smaller ones so I can hopefully get the whole thing in one stream. because obviously that's been over 6 streams. This one, time I'm mumbling and jumbling about, talking what have you, and it obviously takes longer, and obviously got to wait for the glue to dry, haven't you? So, the things I'm going to be making soon are definitely bat boxes, because we're doing some for our GoFundMe project over there, the rewilding, and we're also doing some bird boxes. So they're two I really want to get on with now, really, because we've got them becoming nesting time now. So I would like to create some little habitats for them. And we've got plenty of places to put them, even on, around the house even, we don't mind. And also the barn, over there we've got a barn just on the other side there. So we can go on there as well. As long as it's on the south face wall, bird box is not much of an issue. But the bats, they don't like the cold in the winter. They generally go for a south facing wall where it's a bit warmer. And also, with the bat boxes, you've got to be careful where you install them. They need to be somewhere where if the bat falls, because the bat will fall out of the roost, and they mustn't obviously bump into things. So until they gain flight, they can actually hurt themselves on branches and stuff like that. So what you do is, if you go on like a house idea, I think on the eaves of the house is an ideal place, because there's generally nothing below. So what happens is they'll just fall, they catch flight, and they tend to like that. Even on the post is okay, even though it can be a bit exposed. But it's not such a great idea just put up in trees where you've got branches below, because they can actually hurt themselves. And we do have already got 2 bat boxes at the bottom already, so we know we've got bats here, because we've seen them in there. And it's quite cool because you go up at night time and you try and sit a torch up the bat box. It's about it's quite high. That one is actually in the oak tree, but there's no branches below it. And we didn't know that, you see. I obviously know a bit more about it now. But as you look at the torch, you can see little bats in there, little legs. Because all they're looking for is a slot, a little thin slot, about 3/4 of an inch, so which is no thicker than that. No thicker than that. That's all they need. They go in there. What you do is you have the inside surface. You have loads of little slots, like saw marks. Generally, not actually saw marks. They're actually like saw cuts. You have the kerf of the saw, or the width of the saw blade, and you have several of them going on, and they just hook onto those and just stay there. So that's basically what we'll do. So we'll definitely be doing some bat boxes, definitely be doing bird boxes, but any other ideas would be pretty cool. And also other things as well, because if I've got a scrap of wood, I wonder what I can make it out of it. A bit like that microphone stand. I needed a microphone stand for the office. I was going to buy one. I thought, well, I've got to buy one for it. It hasn't got to do anything. It hasn't got to move up and down. I haven't got to be able to hold it. Why don't I make one? And I've had this block of wood. I thought to myself, well, will that do? The thing is, that sort of thing, you don't really know until you made it. But it works fine, I could have probably done with being a little bit more finicky regarding all the little shrinkage cracks in the block of wood. But on the whole, I think it looks pretty good, I could have done some more pictures, some more video at the end, really, of actually putting the finishing all the waxing on and stuff like that. But I'm a bit concerned with some of these videos, they can end up being too long. And on that type of video, you can end up losing people's attention. So you don't get people from front to back to actually watch the whole video. So yep. Well, the hedgehog homes aren't so much an issue because they're hibernating at the moment. And talking about hedgehogs, we've actually got hedgehogs. Well, we did have hedgehogs living under our deck, but when the deck started rotting away at the back of the house over here, there, we changed it. Not last year, the year before. We put a concrete pad down because we're on a hill, you see, so it's kind of. And also we get a lot of water off the roof because there's no gutters on that side of the house at all. That's there, no gutters. It's typical French. So the actual deck anyway, I just rotted. It's very concrete that didn't really want to, but it's one of the things. Anyway, we did that, and obviously we had to rehouse the hedgehogs. Well, we rehoused the hedgehogs but they decided they're going to live in our bread oven instead. Not in the oven itself, no, but in the building. Over there, that building here, see the one with the little blue shutters there? That's a bread oven. And we restored all that, we can use that, we make pizzas, all sorts of stuff in there, it's pretty cool. You can see the oven portion on the back there. But there's a gap under the door, which is on this side. If people see in previous videos with the nice hinges on the door, that's where it is. There's a gap under the door, and the hedgehogs, they're going out of there. At the moment, they're living underneath our units. They've got some kitchen type units in there, and they're living underneath. But it's so sweet. You've got these little hedgehogs, they're little young and what have you, all snuggled up in there. It's quite, they've brought in all bits of grass and other stuff to keep themselves warm. but it keeps me sheltered, doesn't it? And quite often we put a little bit of warmth in there anyway, because we've got the pump in there because it's a pumped water system in the house. So what happens is the well, which is over there, that supplies water into the bread oven, the room part of the bread oven there, and then it goes under the driveway. The water does. I put all this in when we bought the house, and then into the house to tank system in the house, and that feeds our water for the hot water system and also the cold water system in the house. So it does work really well. So it's, but because of that, we have to make sure the pump don't freeze, because sometimes the temperatures they can just drop. At night times, just ridiculously low temperatures. The worst one was 2012. I think we went down to minus 20 or something, minus 20 to 22. Really, really crazy low temperatures. And the gate that we did have here was a wooden gate that the bus driver decided to go drive into. There was like stalactites or stalagmites, the ones that go up. We had icicles going upwards like that on the gate. I've never seen it before. Absolutely freezing. Heat the house, which you get steam coming out your mouth constantly because the air around you is so cold inside the house. It's nuts, and everything was freezing. The pipe from the well to the actual pump froze, so we had no water in the house, apart from what we already had in the tank. And that was a pain in the neck. So I tried to put a hose in. But by the time I could suck the water out of that well into the tank in the house, it's frozen within about 2 or 3 meters into a block of ice into the pipe, in the hose pipe. So that didn't work. So no, that was stressful times, and the missus was a little bit, how to put it, anxious. She thought it was going to be like that every year, but luckily it wasn't. But yeah, there's me rumbling on. A party place. You could have parties. We have had parties here. Pizza parties. I've done 12 pizzas. Big old pizzas in that bread oven in one go. And what I tend to use is old metal, like the commercial frying pans, because we had a load in England. We brought them over, all different sizes. But we've got several of those. And we use them as our bases so we can move them around easily inside the actual bread oven, because the floor in the bread oven was just, as a fired clay, isn't that flat. So using, moving them about without damaging them is a nightmare. So we put them in little fry pans first and put them into it. It works really well. And so Carol makes the old pizza base, and then we make a load of pizzas. And I'll be in there. Quite unsociable actually, because you did all this cooking basically in a shed, and everyone else is outside talking and forgetting about you. And there you are, and you're baking, your skin's like melting off your face because the bread oven is so hot. And you get an occasional person come in and bring you a drink or something if you're lucky. Other than that, you get you're the host and you don't get to speak to anyone hardly until everyone's eaten. So it wasn't such a great idea. I suppose what you could do. Oh, hang on, Lee, you make your own pizzas, do you? Cool. You could pretty much build a brick oven if you wanted to. You can do it in clay. Create a mound in sand. And you can literally, if you get hold of any clay, and just mould it over the actual thing and over the mould, and then you can literally just concrete or whatever you want to do, lime concrete even on top of that, limecrete, sorry. But clay's the best. Ooh, New York style pizzas. Ooh, my director's watching me. Devil, isn't he? Are you happy there, Wally? Huh? Are you happy? I think he is. Do you know what, Peter? It's just who was talking to me about that? Oh, I'm already on my other channel about doing sons of hives, an apiary, for the for honey, what have you. That is something interesting. We've got some friends that do. Quite a few people around here actually do honey. Because obviously the area lends itself to it. It's something we'd be interested in. Probably up that far corner actually, where we put in the first trees. Be quite a good place. They like to be near the side of, not too far from a bit of woodland as well. And plus there's a lot, the garden's full of flowers and stuff like that as well. And obviously with all the vegetables that we do as well, they do tend to, there's plenty of, to be like a floral I need, oh, yeah. That'd be quite nice. Wally thinks he's a gargoyle. Are you a gargoyle, Wally? He's sitting. Oh, are you seen him? My dear wife, she's been in the garden, pulling up weeds and old bits of grass. She's been clearing the fence line, basically. So, yeah, look at him. He's on his pedestal. Look at Wally. You get a little belly like me. Hmm? It's all those treats, isn't it? He does have a lot of walks, though. That's a valid point, Peter, actually. Yeah, bees will pollinate, won't they? They'll help pollinate the trees and what have with it. Because we've got quite a few apple trees and various fruit trees, plums, peach, fig, various pear. What else we got? Well, we've got a few anyway. What do you think, darling? I get the approval now from the missus. She did actually. She turned up. She had a smile on her face. She did, yeah. She thought, oh, it's a ball. It's a bit nutty, isn't it? It'd be better when we get in the summer and I improve the finish on it a bit. 'Cause at the moment, it's a bit rough in places. It does, doesn't it?
Wally's got a chair.
Wally's got his chair. Yeah, he's keeping an eye on me, making sure I don't get into mischief. Is it Wally? Huh? Probably. Huh? They've got a door down there now as well. That's my door. What's that? What's that? Is it because they know I've got something in my pocket? Hmm? Is it? Oh, what's that? Whoa. Look at my bum. He's right. Did he get a glimpse of my arse?
Wasted mayo.
The door. What's that, Wally? No, not bills, thank God. So I think it might have worked. The old gargle. I think it actually kept the old bills away. So yeah, anyway, I think I better make a move really, because there's other things I've got to do. I love talking to you people, I must say. It's pretty cool. Well, yeah, you need hives to pollinate the trees and shrubs. You're right, Peter. Because also, obviously, we need to think about if it's going to be rewilding. You know, there's other stuff as well, isn't it? It isn't just the trees, isn't it? It's all the other stuff. It's all the ground cover. And also we've got to plant other stuff as well. Not just, I know I say rewilding, but I also, obviously we'd like to make it look beautiful as well. You know, not like putting Wilcon homes or stupid stuff like that. We're just natural. That's it, natural. But we want to help it. So help things propagate, help things to grow. You know, yeah, polyanthus, primroses and all sorts of stuff in there, can't you? Bulbs, anything that creates a bit of interest, a bit of colour, a bit, you know, if you walk around and what have you, and it just, you know, make it look cool as well. But create food for little creatures. They all need something to eat. And like you say, they've got to be pollinated. So I could go around there with a little brush and pollinate everything. I do that with my strawberries, actually. Yeah, bees don't pollinate strawberries that well. And if you get a strawberry that's all disformed, like it's all like fat on one side and like lumpy on the other, it's usually because they haven't been pollinated properly. Just the whole flower on a strawberry plant generally has to be pollinated. And bees aren't so keen on white flowers or pale flowers like you get on strawberry plants. So I just help it along. Well, Lee, planting the trees, we've actually done quite well on the GoFundMe. It's over €1,000 in there now, which we're so grateful for, because it's going to allow the project to start a lot sooner than we thought. We have got the issue this summer. So we are going to be starting quite soon getting some of the trees in. But we will get to a point where we're going to think, is it wise? So do we, you know, we could order the tree, we get the trees here, and we could grow them on near the potager, so we can actually maintain them. Because obviously the heat in the summer and what have you, I don't want the roots drying out. If we do plant any too late, the problem thing we're going to have to do, we're going to have to go out there with a bowser at least once a week and drenching the roots. Because the ideal, I've left it a bit late. The ideal time really, if I'd have thought about this, actually we did think about it, we didn't do anything about it. Would have been sort of October time really, and then started getting a certain amount of trees in before February, and then it had a lot more time for the roots to establish over the winter months. So when it comes to the summer months, if the top layer of soil becomes dry, they'll still have a fair bit of root. But saying that, where we're putting the trees, there is actually there's water. The water flows, and the water course at the water table is quite high here, and it comes up from the corner, not far from the corner up there, near the near the roadside. And that's where we're starting. So there'll be the first lot of trees will be going in right in that far corner over there, and it is a wet bit of land. So obviously that depends on what species we put there. Can't put anything there that obviously doesn't like water over the winter months. But the summer months, when the ground is generally dry, the water still should be enough moisture for the trees to do their thing. And also got to think about sap rising and that as well. But it just means we're going to have to work a bit harder to make sure that we look after them. I don't put no trees in and they end up being stunted or they die. That'd be silly. So the first ones we put in will be fairly resilient until, well then, after, or say, I don't know, the peak of the summer starts fading off a little bit, we'll then start our next phases, put more trees in. But I hope we can get at least a couple hundred, maybe 100 to 200 trees in before we have to think about, storing them. Not storing them, but so we've got to look after them. It's either that or you just buy. See, we've got a nursery just literally over there. They sell trees and shrubs and stuff. And in a place called Botany. I can't remember the place name. Anyway, it's only about 4 or 5 kilometres. I might do a live stream there if he lets me. And if we've got internet there, that's the other thing. Might not because whenever we listen to LBC radio online, it always cuts off because he's in the dip because I don't like that, you see. So we could actually order the trees through him, so at least they're bought and paid for, and then collect them when it's practical to put them in. And some of them are going to be relatively small, some of them are going to be bigger, depending on what they are. We'd like to have some specimen trees in there as well, just so we sort of try to cover all bases, I suppose. That should be quite interesting. There's also going to be a learning curve as well. Put some spuds and veggies in. Well, I got spuds and veggies. I do gardening over there. Over that side. You can't see it. You can't see it because behind the house we've got a potager and 3 polytunnels. So we do a bit of gardening, quite a bit actually. We're not going to do quite as much this year because it's only me and Caroline, and we create such a stock of jars of food. Hello, Wally. And because we can everything, so like tomatoes and peppers and all that sort of stuff, we preserve. So make ratatouilles and what have you, and certain sauces that we can use and pastas and make into curries and stuff. So even chilies, so quite universal. So we do the old boiling technique. So it's so basically you put them into like a kilner jar or le parfait, I'm off on say, and you just basically boil it in the jar. It's effectively you're cooking and sterilising it. And what happens as it cools down, the lid sucks down tight and it's sealed. And it lasts, depending on what it is, depending on the acid content of the food, it can last several years like that. The only food you can't really can are squashes, like pumpkins and those sort of things. They're low acid foods. And because of that, they just rot. Don't do it. If you are going to do anything like that, you need to do the canning in a pressure cooker, not the boiling technique. Anyway, I'm mumbling on. So. But so veggies, we are doing that already. Spuds and veggies. Hello, Mike. How you doing, buddy? Cheers, buddy. It does look. I think it's looking rather splendid. Yeah. Especially when we get some lights and stuff in that. That'd be even better. That'd be pretty cool. Yes, hives are a good idea. There is actually, literally, crikey. Remember, we're very rural here, and people just on the other side of that bend, there's a field, and there are some hives on there already. Some little white boxes with little tin roofs. So I don't know how productive they are, because I haven't actually looked. But a lot of people in here do. You know, I've got some friends, got some Dutch friends, Lisa Nui, who moved here. Lisa Nui, she'd if you've heard of X-Help, it's like people who want to have somewhere to stay, and they do a bit of work, have new feed and what have you, and really good relationships. And Lisa, she was our first experience of X-Help. So yeah, sort of volunteers when we first moved here, and yeah, they've moved. Yeah, she's moved here now. She now lives literally a place called Pukenoo. It was the highest point, one of the highest points in this area. So yeah, she's moved here, and they keep bees. They do. So she's a character, though, I'll tell you. I don't know if all Dutch ladies like her, but crikey, I hope so. She's blonde, she's tall, beautiful girl she is, but she's absolutely nutty as a fruitcake. Oh, it's so funny. She just wants to fight all the while. Let's carry on. Should we stand there just? Oh, what again? They've been me and Lisa. We literally having a scrap, and she's strong as an ox. I'll tell you. So her and her boyfriend, not husband yet, but I keep telling you, your hoss, who's Dutch and Greek. Yeah, his mother was Greek, or was the father Greek? Well, the other, I can't remember now. So anyway, I am going to call it, and I keep saying that, and I look at the chat, and what are they saying? And I carry on. So I hope you enjoyed my gargoyle, and I think it looks rather splendid. And don't forget to click like. Don't forget to click like. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. And I will be doing some TLC to it when the weather improves a bit. Yeah, I can see the wings now. So I might have to put a camera here. So when it's the sort of time when the cars start coming past, I might have to just place a camera here and just see people's faces. I could run it. I could even do a time. No, I can't do time lapse. I can have it running for a bit and just see. I've got to catch somebody in that time, haven't you? Or what about the motion cameras? But not very good quality, are they? You know, the wildlife cameras. So yeah. The EU has a programme to plant 3 billion trees. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Thanks, P. Dallas. I did. Okay. So it might be worthwhile getting in touch. Might be able to meet a budget a lot quicker. Yeah, how much we need a lot quicker than we first imagined. Because 1,000 trees, if you do it on 20 quid each, you work it out. That's not a little money. That's a lot of money. I think it's something around 20 grand. So we're doing this in phases because there's costs involved. And then also you've got to get material. I need all the materials to make all the other stuff to go with it. But that's all the posts, the stakes, and all that sort of stuff we've got to do as well. All the trees. And if we do need any tree protection, we've got to think about that as well. So yeah, it can be really, really costly. But you know, we're 11. When I looked this morning, yesterday when I had a look, we're at about 1,100 euros. It's only a week. You know, that's pretty amazing. You know, if it wasn't for people like you guys and what have you, and it's fantastic. It's quite heartwarming actually. You know, because you put trust in us. That's really, really, it's really important. And obviously, because of that, how our feelings regarding trust, especially how things are at the moment, I'll make sure that we fulfil our promise and get it done. And I'm really excited actually, to be honest, about it. I think it's going to be a really cool project. And it's a lovely setting. You know, if you look over there, we've got the valleys. You can see the distance. You know, there's literally a valley down the bottom there. We've got a stream run down the bottom there. And then actually, in the far corner, you can't see, if I put up there, you can see that little sunset there. And the light changes on the camera. There you go. Where it's really bright. Just underneath there's a lake as well. So I thought it would be pretty cool if I could live stream my drone. I could fly the drone over and I could show you everything and do it live. That would be pretty cool. I don't know if it's possible though. So anyway, I'm mumbled it on again, so it's time for me to go. So I'm going to say ta-ta, finally. But for one last look, just one last look. Just... Oh, no, I've already covered that one. Will you be planting some grains and running a small brewery? Oh, God, I've got to answer that one. We've done that before. We did have hops there, but they died, unfortunately. I mean, that was about 2012. That frost just killed them off. We haven't replanted or regrown anymore. So yeah, that's yeah, ta-ta. Oh, okay. Have I advertised in the Bonk one? What, for trees or that, or for the actual buy me a coffee thingy? Not buy me a coffee. What do you call it? GoFundMe for the project. Yeah, no, I thought about that because I do tend to. I'm from the woodwork. Now, I did actually contact them a while back actually, and I got no response from them because obviously anything like that's a paid advert. So you know, you have to go to their marketing department, but they didn't respond. So no, I haven't, not yet. Do I want to get into full flow doing commercial work again? I don't know. I really would not. What I want to be able to do is, if it were absolutely lovely, if I could do what I enjoy doing, which is woodworking like this, and share it with you guys like on YouTube and other places and stuff, and hopefully make a little bit of money doing that. We don't need a lot here. You know, our overheads are so low. Now, Lee probably knows what I'm talking about. No, because you can do it by area. Le Bon Coin is huge, but then you can advertise in different regions and stuff. But also you've got Workplace on Google. So this place is actually on Google Maps as a business. So for shutters and stuff, because we do a lot of shutter work. I just got new orders come in yesterday, so that's quite handy. Because money was getting very low, but you know it is. So no, we do want to. Ideally, I would love the YouTube to take over, or that kind of thing take over. Whether it be that, and also with t-shirt designs and all that sort of stuff as well. And like I say, we don't need a lot. Our overheads, we don't have no debt, got no mortgage or anything like that, thankfully. Don't get me wrong, we've been worked hard. You know, the house was not complete and out of wreck. It had no roof. Well, had a bit of a roof. This part of the roof it had. The rest of it's all big holes everywhere. There was cows in the kitchen. But we came over 10 grand spare after selling a house in the UK, and we bought this place. And it only cost us 60,000. This house did. With 2 hectares of land. Well, actually more than 2 hectares. 2.5, 3 hectares of land. 3 hectares. Just under 3 hectares of land, including what the house is sitting on. So it's cheap as chips. Our taxes are ridiculously low. We were paying 2,500 then in the UK for our house in Salhouse, in Norfolk. You know, for council tax and all that. And here, it's under 500 euros. So the cost of living is low. The electric is a bit cheaper than the UK, I believe. It works out about 18 centimes per unit with taxes. I think that's probably going to go up. Looking at it's probably going to be there 20, 25 even. But it's still cheaper than the UK, from what I can work out anyway. I might have that wrong, maybe someone can correct me. But what else do we have really? The water? Well, we have no water bill because we have the well water we use. Because for our filtration system. So yes, we do have electric, but we have to have electric mainly because the workshop. But saying that, we are pretty much 70% powered by the solar. In the summer especially, does really well. So we are up to about 70% on the solar. Plus we did have wind turbine. We're down at the moment. We'll do a bit of work on it. So it's cheap. cheap live apart from the house is constant work. It's not a property, isn't it? You know, but you know, nearly 200 years old, so it's going to need constant work. Well, I say it is. The barn's about 200, just under 200 years old. The barns, and then the house has come. This is the newer part of the house. Is this part, and then the older part of the house is the one behind. These were two little farm cottages originally. Two little farmhouses joined together with the attached barn on the other side. Yeah, so you've got a big barn. Pointing in the wrong place. There, the big barn about here, quite a big barn, and then you've got first farmhouse, the original farmhouse, and then the second sort of farmhouse there. So, but they're all one house now. So it's yeah, it's interesting anyway. So I just got a chicken nigger. Can't I just come past you with those? What the hell is thinking? Poor bugger. You might drive into my post. Well, there goes the camera. Nearly. Anyway, one last look at the chat, and then I am going to go. I am a wooden windmill with a generator. Yeah. Well, we have got a couple of generators here. One we did have rigged up. That was only a small one, at 250 watt. And then we've got the other one, which is the big 1,000 watt generator. So they let you just charge the batteries. The thing about when you do anything with a mechanical generator, you have to have some kind of something's got to use the power all the time. You always got to go into batteries all the time. Otherwise, they'll overheat, burn out. It's not like solar. If you don't connect anything to a solar, it doesn't matter. You know, so solar's the best. Apart from at night times, you can get wind, and then the wind turbines doing their thing, and that's when you generally got your lights on and maybe fans running, certain heaters and stuff like that. So the ideal scenario would be a running stream, and you have a constant source of energy. Now, one of our friends who lives in the mill, as they do, but the only problem they have is in the summer, they struggle to get the power down at the generator low enough in the summer without burning and to burn the excess electric constantly. And they do that by having electric heaters on in the house in the summer. It's just mad. It was sweltering. Absolutely sweltering in that house, so they need to sort that out. But they get a lot of power from there. They've got a 10 kilowatt generator constantly running all the time. And that runs everything. It might not sound a lot of 10 kilowatt, but you've got that all the time. It doesn't slow up, it's just always 10 kilowatts. And there's enough power there to do more. You could have, they could double it up if they want, another generator beside it. And it's a geared system. They've got like a turbine in the tube, and it comes up with like a shaft, and then the generator itself is actually above it in a little shed. It's all geared, and it's actually like an old axle. Looks like almost like a diff arrangement you have on the car. And that's how they get the right angle gearing. So it's clever. It's all clever stuff. You get so much power loss through the engineering of it, but there's just excess amount of power anyway, so it doesn't matter. So it could power a lot more. So yeah, anyway, I am going to turn off now. So I've got to the end of all the chats. Anyway, thanks for joining us. I really appreciate it, and thanks for joining us. All 6 now of these live streams. Yeah, hours of them, hours. Even this one's gone on for about like hour and a half now. Yeah, they could do, but they're not signed up for it. Yeah, it costs about £2,000 just to sign up. It's ridiculous. So you've got to put a secondary meter in. And basically what happens is that then they take the I don't even know if they've even got a grid electric there, actually, to be honest. I don't think they're even connected. No, they're not. It stands to reason, because they're quite isolated. Now, saying that, if I could afford to, there's something I would like to buy, is that lake I was telling you about earlier, that happens to be under the sun. You can't see it because it's behind the trees. And there was an old mill on that lake. And originally, the road that you'd go to that lake used to come down beside my house years and years and years and years ago. It's all gone and discarded now. And if you see these 2 overhead cables, which supply a little bit of our electric, but not all of it, obviously, because we've got the solar. And the second post there in the field, I'll try and point it up there. It's quite hard to back to front. And that one there is actually, would have gone to that mill. But the mill now is all, well, all broken down, and it's like there's nothing left of it now. It's just all bits. You know, so they've got the footings there, and you can see where the mill was, and then you got the big lake. So that would be an ideal place to get. That would, if you can get access, and if it's cheap enough, because you can imagine what the cost to actually do a conversion on that. So yeah. I'm sorry, Bogre, that I'm still here. I'm actually literally about to shut down. But I keep watching the chat, so and I run on again. So I am after that, and I'm gonna say goodbye. And thanks again. And it has been fun. And look, I got a gargoyle. So ta-ta.